family, what's really the best part? Some people say it's love and support. It goes to the foundation of family and what makes you feel just great. What about any ideas of what might be the best part of family from you guys? Any thoughts? What about, bailing you out from jail? That'd be
there we go.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have family.
Holding
talk
pink
about.
iPads.
Pink iPads, those are the best. I say that those are all great things to have, love and support and people to bail you out from jail. But really, the best part, though, is not, to that I say, nuh-uh. The best part is really the stories that you get from your family. The first story, for example, that I'd like to share with you is the one where my sister, she was little and she was really gullible, and she had dropped her hot dog bun on the floor, and she's like, oh no, what do I do? And my ex-husband jumps up and goes, oh, it's okay, just wash it off. So she grabs it and runs over the sink, and she turns on the water, and the hot dog bun just disintegrated. And she's like, Mike! And we just busted out laughing. You can't make this stuff up. It really happened. Another kind of gullible story that's pretty funny is when my brother was about 12, we lived in Florida, and we were driving down these canals that they use for irrigation. Well, my dad was explaining that they're really dangerous at night because you can't see very well, and there's no guardrails, or at least there were back then. This is back in the 80s. And they had to drain them every 20 years or so to clean them out. Well, they had all these missing people in this area of the canals, and they drained the canals and found all these cars down there and solved all these missing persons reports. And my brother goes, are they still alive? It's true. Another great story of the canals, it's actually my favorite family story to share, is because it's the one time I got revenge on my brothers. They were so irritating on how much they would make fun of me and just tease me all the time. But this time, we were in the canals, and we had tire swing. There was a tire swing where you could swing out and let go and drop down into the water and then swim back in. There's one real danger in the canals, and that's alligators. So we have to keep a lookout always, and then when we see them coming, we scream because the water kind of clears, so you can kind of see if there's anything coming. And so my brother was scared to death to go because he was really afraid of alligators. And we finally convinced him to go, and he gets out there, and he gets on the swing, and he lets go, and as soon as he lets go, I go, alligator! And I've never seen anybody walk on water, but I've seen him run on water. It was the funniest thing I think I've ever seen in my life. He got out of the water so quick. Another time, that same brother, we used to have this big tree up in our backyard that we would climb. Well, I could only get to a certain midpoint that wasn't too unsafe, I guess. So, climbing a tree is the safest thing to be doing. But we were up in the trees, and my brothers were bigger than me, so they could go up higher. Well, they would go up really high, and there was only one way up and one way down. And if you deviated from that, you were risking your life. Well, my brother decides, for some reason, he wants to try to find a new way down. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching this, and my brother's up above watching him try and come down, and he's, Matt, what are you doing? And he goes, oh, I'm just trying to find a new way down. And he slips down, and he's like, you can't go down that way. And he's like, no, I got this. And right as he says, I got this, he lets go. And he falls out of the tree and lands flat on his back. He looked like he was dead. And then all of a sudden he pops up and he goes, Mommy! And ran so fast into the house. As our pastor was praying for him, making sure he was okay, he was just laughing the whole time. Only Matt would try to find a new way down out of the tree. It was the best. Another part is family trips that you take, and you get the stories from the family trips. One of my family trips that I took was we were going to Disney World in Florida again, and we were driving down the road where it's just a long stretch of road, and there's only little pit stops here and there. Well, we get out on one of these pit stops, and we go in, and we're inside, and these two women start flirting with my stepdad. And we get back in the car, and he comes in, and he's feeling really fluffed up, because two girls were hitting on him. And my mom's giving him a hard time. And my sister, to his defense, in all sincerity, goes, well, maybe they didn't get a good look at him. She meant it as a compliment. It doesn't even come out that way. Another family trip we took was when I was about 12 or 13. We went up to the mountains to go sledding. and we were going down the mountains, or we were up in the mountains, and there was this slope at the end of the thing, and everybody's going down. It's finally my turn to go, and I'm so excited. We just got there, we're going sledding in the snow, and I get on the sled, and I'm going down the mountain, and I'm gaining a lot of speed. I'm going really fast, like faster than everybody, and all of a sudden I hit that slope, and instead of stopping in it, I went up it, and over, and into the creek on the other side. So I landed in the water, and I don't know if you noticed, but the rocks in Washington in the rivers are really slippery. So I tried to get up, and apparently it looked like one of those scenes from the cartoons with the banana peels, and I was like, whoa! And I kept falling down into the water again. My brother had to come and help me get out. It was hysterical because everybody around was laughing so hard that I had done this slip and fall trip. It was really funny. Another time I was sledding, I became the sled. That was really not fun. I was going down and on an inner tube, and the tube popped out from underneath me, and the person I was with landed on top of me, and we went down together. It was funny looking, not so funny on the face. But I have a million more stories like these. That's why I say that love and support may be great, but the best part of family is really the stories you get. So enjoy your family as I have enjoyed mine. Mr. Toastmaster.